Carole Meekins was hired at Today's TMJ4 in 1991 and quickly became immersed in the Milwaukee community. From Toys for Tots to AIDS Walk Wisconsin to the MAC Fund, Carole's passion for supporting local charities and raising money for worthy causes has always been a big part of her life in Wisconsin.
You're giving comfort to people who don't have homes.
Never content to just sit behind the anchor desk, reporting has been a crucial part of Meekins' career. She considers herself fortunate to have been given a variety of exciting assignments over the years. She traveled to the White House for the Clinton health care proposal, witnessed the throng of faithful attending Pope John Paul II's trip to St. Louis, and got to sit down for one-on-one interviews with President George Bush and President Obama.
You have had to overcome a lot of obstacles. How is that shaping your vision for America?
I was raised by a single mom, and she was able to make it only because somebody was able to give her some loans and grants to go to graduate school.
Meekins brings out the human side of newsmakers, even getting the First Lady to share some personal stories about the president.
Is there anything that you have at home that you have to say, okay, honey, that you're annoying me?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole ton of stuff.
Carole did the first interview when Wisconsin's former First Lady Sue Ann Thompson went public with her breast cancer.
Every morning I can get up and walk and talk. I thank God, because honestly there was one point in my life I wasn't so sure.
Carole went to the Green Bay home of former quarterback Brett Favre to talk to his wife Deanna about her battle with breast cancer.
Women came up to me later and said, you know, just want you to know you saved my life because of your story.
Oprah Winfrey talked candidly to Carole about her struggles with weight and body issues.
I feel that I do not have to be thin in order to be better.
And it was Carole's interview with Winfrey's mother that led to Oprah's discovery that she had a half-sister. And former executive of Summerfest, Bo Black, turned to Carole when she went public with news about her battle with aortic aneurysms.
You were the first person I ever talked to about this.
Carole is most proud when her stories touch lives. When St. Catherine's School in Milwaukee couldn't afford new basketball hoops and backdrops, a generous TMJ4 viewer donated the money after seeing Carole's Positively Milwaukee story.
Now, what motivated you to decide to give to help the school here?
John and I happened to see your piece at the same time, and there was a need, and we seized the opportunity.
When a Greendale family whose daughter was getting treated for cancer couldn't afford to fix their roof, Carole told their story, and a generous TMJ4 viewer volunteered to fix it for free. Carole has carried on the tradition of Positively Milwaukee, a regular segment that focuses on the good things happening in the community. Carole's idea of a good day is to do something that lifts a life or gives others hope. Her philosophy: we all have the power to change a life in the way we approach ours.
Okay, everybody knows the Carole Meekins you see on TV, but our cubicles are right next to each other. I sit here in the newsroom, Carole is right over there. And I'm going to tell you something about the Carole Meekins you don't see on TV. She gets so many phone calls from people who need help. It may be in part because of her Positively Milwaukee segment, but many people would take the calls and be polite and pleasant and hand them off to call for action or say, listen, I really can't do anything about this. Good luck, let me know how things are going. Carole spends, honestly, I've heard her spend 20 or 30 minutes on the phone with someone, consoling them, trying to help solve their problems. And that says a lot about the person she is. Not the person people see on TV necessarily, but about the person she is. And that's one of the reasons that she is so deserving of the Silver Circle Award.
Carole is extraordinary in her commitment to doing good work for the viewer. She has genuine compassion in her soul to help others through her work as a journalist. So for Carole, it's so much more than being an anchor and being on TV. It's her calling in life to inform, to shine the light, and help people.
You know, it's kind of funny, Carole. You've worked so hard to avoid two things: anything that shines the light on you and corporate suits like me. But for today, that light is going to shine on you. In November 1991, Carole made history as the first full-time African-American anchor assigned to early evening and late newscast on WTMJ-TV in Milwaukee. Carole's been there for every major Wisconsin story the past 23 years. Carole has such passion for covering the news and compassion for those impacted by the news. Many nights between newscasts, she would talk to viewers who reached out to her by phone. They needed help. They needed someone to listen. Carole has never stopped listening to the heartbeat of Wisconsin. That's evident in her Positively Milwaukee stories and her continuing work for the MAC Fund. Today, we thank you for your outstanding work on the anchor desk, in the field, and in service to our community. Congratulations, Carole, from all of us at Journal Broadcast Group.
When you think of Milwaukee news, you think Carole Meekins. She always expresses the positive side of Milwaukee, and she does it with such flair and authenticity. Congratulations, Carole, on being inducted into the Silver Circle.
Hey, Carole, congratulations on joining the Silver Circle. We had a lot of good years together, and I'm so glad to see you get this honor. Congratulations.
Hey Carole, Scott Walker here. I want to say congratulations on your many years of journalistic integrity here in Wisconsin. Thanks for all that you do, particularly for highlighting what's positively Milwaukee in this great area.